Wow, you can really tell I just woke up, but I wanted to do a little update on the two books I'm reading. Welbeck's Lanzarote and Laszlo, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, The Melancholy of Resistance. Lanzarote is the book that I tend to just shove in my purse and read when I'm out and about. I'm a bit embarrassed to bring it to work because when people ask what you're reading and like they want to read the back, this literally says, narrator on impulse walks into a travel agency to book a week in the sun. Sensitive to his limited means and dislike of Muslim countries, the travel agent suggests an island full of 21st century hedonism. After reading Atomized, I feel like the narrator of this is problematic and like a fucking asshole without much merit, whereas the other two characters in Atomized felt like their backstory was more fleshed out and I kind of understood where they were coming from. Now it just seems like we're going into a theme of, well, Beck likes to write about French people fucking and being Islamophobic. I haven't really gotten into the meat of the story though, or I'm wondering if there is meat of the story, so just kind of waiting. Now, the Melancholy of Resistance, I feel like from the first page, you're like biting into a big thick steak, you know? The prose is dense, it's really nice, and the opening scene lasts a very long time, and it's this woman trying to get home, and like she's just deeply unsettled, she feels unsafe, and it all culminates in her seeing a poster promoting the circus coming to her town that's going to be displaying the biggest whale in the world. And this kind of reminds me of Eddington and like the world we're living in, where there is just senseless violence and things like shapes in the shadows, and you really don't know what's a danger to you and what's not. But there's just this general sense of unease and paranoia, wickedness and senselessness, which I think is kind of represented by this giant whale and her reaction to it. But my favorite part is learning that her two husbands have already died. And since her son has left her, she could clearly see there was no longer any reason why, at the age of 58, having always been one or another man's fool, she should not at last live entirely for herself. So I'm just loving our narrator and enjoying this book immensely.